that. All right. So welcome. It is our August Tribe meeting. I'm so glad to see so many new faces here tonight. I see Paula and Jeanette and Sandy's back and Noella's back and Laura's back and Sarah's back. And oh, we have Gabrielle entering the waiting room. So guys, can you just give a shout out in the chat? Do you know how to find the chat? If you're on your computer, it's down at the bottom of the screen. If you're on your phone, you'll have to tap your screen and it should pop up. And just tell us who your director is and how long you've been with Pampered Chef. Just for the sake of time, we can't go around and do that live. I wish we could. So just pop it in the chat. And while you're doing that, we have some fantastic, Sarah says, Mary Beth is my director. Love it. Laura, yes, I am your director. Stevie, yes, just started this week. Paula, so excited to have you here. Linda Monroe, about 2 months. Jeanette, awesome. I love seeing all these new faces. Okay, so I am so excited to share with you guys these 3 booking strategies. I was on a call yesterday and it is just so good. And then Linda is going to share with you how to get parties from those parties. Okay, so tonight is all about bookings. We're going to try to keep this to no later than 8:30, but if we run over a few minutes, it will be because it's just so much good information. Okay, so here are the 3 booking ideas that you can use to get parties now. And I laugh every time I type that into the chat, because like when I put the stuff up on our team page, because it's like something you would read on a magazine in the grocery store aisle, right? Like if there was a magazine for direct sales in the grocery store aisle and it's had a banner that said, get bookings now, would you pick? I would pick it up and read it, right? So here are the 3 ideas. Oh, here comes Tim. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. Okay, and if you're coming in late, just know that people are putting in the chat who their director is, and some of them, yes, and how long you've been with Pampered Chef. So super fun. Okay, so and Linda, after I give these 3 tips, I do want to just do a teeny little bit of recognition and then I'll let you loose, okay? So here's your 3 booking strategies. The first one is, I love this idea. Now, for some of you, you're really new, so just put this one in your back pocket, but go back to your past parties. So even if you've just done 1 party, or if you've done 10 parties, go back to your past parties and choose 10 random guests in the party group. So they don't have to have ordered, they're just random guests in the party group. And you're going to send them a private message that says that they have won. So the tip was the 40th anniversary cookbook, which I'm really not sure what that was, but you can send an e-cookbook. So I would just send them an e-cookbook and just say that they are 10, you chose 10 random winners from that party group, and they have won a free e-cookbook from you. And that if you don't know where to find the e-cookbooks, you just go into Explore and you scroll down to, I think it's the recipe section, they're right there. Okay, so I download them and then share them as a PDF. There's a lot of ways you can do it. But you're just going to send them an e-cookbook and then you send it to them. So in that private message, they won, you send them the e-cookbook, and then you ask them if they would like to upgrade to a free brownie pan. And then explain that when they do a party with you in August and it has at least $300 in sales, they're going to get a free brownie pan from you. And here's how that works, because at $300 in sales, you've got $25 in free product, and that's where they get their free brownie pan. Okay, now there's other ways you can do that, and that's a question that you can talk with your director if you don't want to give up their free credit, but that's the idea. Okay, is that you're giving away free e-cookbooks, and you can do it to 10 random guests. You can send it to anybody in the party. I mean, and everybody in the party. It doesn't have to be just 10, but go back into your old parties, let them know they've won a free e-cookbook, and ask them if they'd like to upsell it to a free brownie pan, and all they have to do is host a party with you this month. Okay, number 2, you ready for number 2? I see everybody writing. This one sounds like so much fun. And some of you may have already done this, but this is called the Birthday Bash Party. And here's what you do for this. First of all, you are going to pull up on your Facebook all of your friends who have August birthdays. And if you don't have a ton of friends who have August birthdays, you could do your friends who have summer birthdays. So, you know, you could do this once a quarter, you could do it once a month, but pull up all your August birthdays or all your summer birthdays. And you're going to invite that, you're going to send them happy birthday and then invite them to your birthday bash party, which is going to be a shared rewards party where they can get up to 25% off anything they order because it's their birthday month. And then you're going to set up a shared rewards party for the birthday bash. You're going to add people, as you know, after you've sent them their happy birthday message, and I'd love to add you to my monthly birthday bash party where, you know, the discount, you'll get a discount on your order. It'll be up to 25% depending on how the party goes. Would you like me to add you to that group? So super simple. It's sort of like you're, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I get a card in the mail from a couple different people I have, like LL Bean or others that, like, it's my birthday, Starbucks, you know, and they give you 10% off, or they give you a free coffee, or they give you something. So that's kind of the same thing you're doing here, is you're giving them basically a coupon for a discount on their order when they join your August birthday bash party. And you can call it shared rewards. I think people find that confusing. I call it friends and family discount, and that makes sense to most people. So that is idea number 2. Idea number 3. And if you've watched any of my live feeds, you've heard me talk about this, but you need to hear this again if you haven't done it yet. And that is to do a shared rewards party with your VIP group. Some of you know who Carla Silvano is. She's an upper level director that does a lot of our meetings with us. And she is doing, she did one last month for her VIP group, and it was $6,000 in sales. She is doing one this month, and it's already at over $4,000 in sales. Now, I can tell you one of the reasons why her sales are so high is because she invests a lot of time and energy in her VIP group. So, like, she has very loyal followers. But the fact of the matter is, your people, if you've got a VIP group, they are people who've said, yes, I want to keep up with what you have going on. So they are people you want to invite to a shared rewards party. And again, you can call it something else. You can call it my VIP discount party. You can call it my friends and family party. If you do not have a VIP group, no worries. You can just invite all your friends and family to this party, because they're your VIP people, right? Anybody that you put on your launch list, you can invite to a friends and family discount party, and host it yourself, and invite all these people and let them know that discount that they're going to get based on whatever the party sales total in that friends and family discount party is applicable to the sale prices. So they could get 5%, 10%, 20%, or even 25% off the air fryer, the grill and griddle, the cooking blender, or the quick cooker, because the discounts are applicable to the sale prices. That is amazing, guys. That is amazing. So those are your 3 ideas that will help you get bookings now. And my call to action for this little section is for you to right now choose one of those 3 ideas, write it down, or highlight it, or draw a circle around it, or a big star next to it. Which one are you going to do? Who are you going to tell that you're doing this? So I would suggest your director is a good person, or your recruiter. What will you do with the commission you're going to earn from taking action? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how committed are you to doing it? So that is your call to action for this section of our meeting. Linda, before I turn it over to you, I want to do a very quick top recognition of our top sellers for July. So I have just broken this down from consultant, senior consultant, team leader, and director. Our number one selling consultant for July is on Tammy Nichols' team. It's Tiffany Pfeiffer with sales of $1,634.30. So give it up for Tiffany. And if you don't know, you can put really fun emojis up on the screen here. So, you know, if you're muted and you don't want to make any noise, just put emojis up or throw it in the chat. Okay.
Tiffany.
Yay, thank you. Feel free to unmute, make noise, guys. Our number one senior consultant with sales of $1,985.45 is also on Tammy Nichols' team, Heather Usen. Congratulations, Heather. Woo. Our number one team leader with sales of $4,010.65 is the amazing Meg Soper. And our number one director, you guys ready for this? Our number one director in the room with us tonight with sales of $13,948 is the amazing Deanna Campbell. Give it up for Deanna, everybody. Just make some noise. Woo! And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Linda Monroe. So take it away, Linda.
Hey guys. So I'm so excited to talk with you about how you're going to get bookings from your parties, because you guys work so hard to get bookings in your calendar. I don't want you to have to work like that anymore. How would it feel to not have to go hunting for bookings? How would it feel to have people book in September who you've never met before? How would it feel to not look at an empty calendar? How would it feel to never have to go back to your exhausted circle of friends and family and ask them to host another party with you? In fact, they're going to start coming to you because you're so exclusive. Okay? Here's what you need to know. People will place an order because of the host, and they will book a party because of you. Okay? So if you're not getting bookings from your parties, I want you to grab a pen and paper. And by the end of this training, I want you to be getting 2 as a minimum to 4 bookings from every single party that you do. From now on, forever and ever, you need to commit to this. Okay? I'm going to tell you right now that what I'm going to share with you is simple, but it's not easy. Okay? Getting great bookings from parties means doing all of the things all of the time. Everything works together. And if you're not intentional about this, you will not get the results that you want. But the good news is, like I said before, the steps are easy. That's good news. Anyone on this chat or whoever is watching this can set their minds to this and get great results. And I promise you, that you have the resources and you have the time to make this work for you. Okay. You just have to commit to doing them. So let's get into the nuts and bolts of what you need to do to be getting 2 to 4 bookings from each party that you hold. The first thing that you need to do is have high attendance. Now, everything that I'm going to tell you is subjective. Okay. There is no perfect party. There is no perfect host. And you are not a perfect person, okay? So we are going to aim for the best that we can do for the best possible outcomes, but we're not going to let things like maybe only getting 15 people at the party stop us from doing what we know we need to do at our parties, okay? So I'm going to tell you all of these things, and this is the goal. And if you are chasing this, I promise you will have this average. So you need to have high attendance at your parties. That means that you need to work towards having 25 to 50 people in the group of your party. So this falls under host coaching, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, but this is going to make a big difference on how many bookings you get from your party, okay? The second thing that you need to make sure that you have is a fun party. Have great content in your party. The good news is there's so many templates that are offered to you by the Dream Team if you're on our team, by the Better Together tribe, and then starting with Table, you're going to have templates to pull from marketing imagery. But you want a blend of posts. You want 1 engagement post per day, 1 game each day, one post with items under $50, one post with a power tool, a recipe post, and each week you want to have 1 to 2 booking posts and 1 to 2 recruiting posts. So you might alternate those. Okay. That is my general rule of thumb. Okay. They need to be high quality. And the more that you can inject yourself into those party content sections, the better. So maybe you get a template from your team, but instead of using the picture that was given to you, maybe you upload a picture of you holding a product to include in it. Maybe you include a personal story in the content that you do. Okay. The other important thing that I love to do is show myself a picture of my family, and I have them share a picture of their family right in the beginning of the party. And I post getting to know you things like fun facts about your consultant. I post on there that I'm terrified of birds. That an NFL player proposed to me in Chicago, that I love to garden, and that all these like really fun things. And I have them share that about themselves too. Remember, they will order because of the host and they will book because of you. So the more that you inject yourself into the party and then make yourself a person instead of just like a profile on Facebook, the more interested they're going to be in booking a party. So 1 to 3 times per party, I also have a post that has them sending a message to me. So this could be them sending me game answers. So I might post like a game and they need to message me the answers. And I specify it needs to be to my page, not to my like business page. It needs to be to my personal profile. I also give away games for individual prizes for individual games. I use those e-recipe cookbooks, and they have to start a 2-way conversation with me on private messenger in order to get that. And then also I send friend requests to everyone in the party. I send that on day 2 for a couple of reasons. One, it's a lot easier for them to see a message from me. And 2, it boosts my engagement in the party because someone that's their friend that's posting in a group is going to show up way better on the visibility in the algorithms. Okay. So because you're friends with them, Facebook goes, oh, her friend just posted. They might engage on that post, and then more people will see it and you'll get more engagement. Okay. So I'm just going to, if I know a lot of people aren't necessarily comfortable with that, I'm going to challenge you to do it anyway. And you can always say, you can unfollow people. You can be friends with them and unfollow them if you don't want to see their content on your newsfeed. But I feel like this is a really big part of the success factor on this. So the other thing, okay, so good host coaching is also going to matter here. I send 5 photos of the engagement for my daily host post. You've probably heard of this. My host posts 1 picture a day for engagement. It's like, if you had to cheer me up, what are 3 things that you would bring me, or things like this? You can probably find these on a Facebook group, but I send all 5 to my host at once. I don't do it each day. I send all 5. I say, please save this to your camera roll and pick 1 to post each day. And I just make sure that my host is commenting on every single post and engaging in the party. I remind her every day. If she's doing a really good job, I say, great job. This is really helping your party, and things like that, because that's gonna impact things too. Okay, here is the biggest thing. Building connections with your guests. I do almost 0 selling when responding to comments. For instance, I don't say something like, yeah, you should try this product, or have you seen that product? I don't do that at all. Unless it's like blatantly obvious that that's the right move, right? Like if she's like, what can you recommend for someone XYZ? Of course, then I'm going to recommend a product, but I'm going to immediately turn it around to build connection. So what's more valuable to your business than recommending a product is building a relationship with that guest. So instead, take those moments in the comment section to find commonality, to ask questions about that person, and to add humor. I love using GIFs. Like when someone posts something really silly, I will post something in there, especially with like the games where like things get kind of crazy and they're like, I don't know if this is part of the rules. And there's like this picture of this guy with sombrero and it says, I'll allow it. and it's just hysterical. Anyway, I love adding GIFs, GIF, not GIFT, by the way. But so some examples of questions that I would post for getting to know someone. So let's say they say, hey, I've heard so much about your brownie pan. You know, my 5-year-old would love that, XYZ. I might, yeah, sure. I'm going to answer their question, but I'm going to ask a question too. I'm going to say something like, does your 5-year-old love to bake, or are you just trying to get them more involved in the kitchen with you? I'll ask a question that helps me understand them more as a person. And when you care about people like that, they're going to care right back at you. It's like a two-way street, right? So what's so funny about the way that humans work is that you can get someone to feel more connected to you, even though you're not sharing anything about yourself, you're having them share more about them, right? So if you say like, where do you work? Oh, great. How long have you been there? All that stuff. You haven't said a single thing about yourself, but they feel closer to you. It's just a weird thing. So anytime I can use that opportunity in a party, I take it. I do not take the opportunity for selling. They're going to place an order for sure. Okay. So booking messages. Friends, this is by far the most important step to getting bookings from your party. Sending booking messages. In fact, every single tip that I have given you so far, basically prepping you to get the best results possible from doing this final step. So if you do all of the other things really well and you do not do this part, you're leaving bookings on the table, right? If you don't do all of the other things and you do this part, you're going to get bookings, but not as many as if you did all of the other things that I just shared with you. Okay. So I know this can feel really challenging, but I need you to set aside some time each week to do this in your parties, no matter what. This is the most important part about your business. It's actually more important than going and getting bookings from your friends and family, because this is what grows your business. This is what keeps your business moving forward. This is what grows your circle of friends. This is what grows and helps you reach your goals. Over all of those mental hurdles and negative thoughts that you're going to have each time you roll up to your computer to start sending out these messages. It's that important. Okay. You're going to have feelings like no one's going to respond. I'm going to bother them, all those things. Those who matter won't mind, and those who mind don't matter. They're not going to help you with your business. Okay. The people who you are going to be so shocked at the amount of people who are going to say, yes, I would love to do a party. Okay. So I'm going to send you what I send. And I send this as 2 separate messages. Okay. Because that makes me look like a real person. And I'm going to give some credit to Deanna Campbell, who's on this call, because a couple months ago, I had like, actually, Mary Beth was the one I went out to. I had like a breakdown about like getting bookings for my parties. I was like, no one's booking for me, blah, blah, blah. Like I was like spiraling fast. And so I did what we recommend you do. And I went to my director and I just spewed all my negative energy onto her. And she just came back to me with like straight facts and like, okay, what are you doing? Nothing. Because I was scared, guys. I was scared to go out because I thought no one's going to say yes. Why even try? You know what I'm saying? So like I said, we all struggle with this. And the important thing is that you get over it. So then what I did is I asked her for what she sent, and I'm sure this is a mix of the two. And then I went to Deanna Campbell, who's a booking rock star. And I said, what are you sending to people? Because I need like a kick in the pants. Okay. And she sent hers to me, and I've kind of created one, and you guys are welcome to use this. So this is what I sent, and I'll post this if you guys want. Hi, Susie. I wanted to take a moment and say thank you so much for participating in so-and-so's party. You helped add to the fun. She is getting amazing bonuses with every booking and a $50 gift card with 3. I really want to help her get that. Online parties are very easy and everyone has been enjoying the content. I do most of the work and you get the rewards. Okay. That's the first message. And then immediately after, I send a second one. Would you be interested in surprising her by hosting this month? I'd love to treat you to the amazing freebies and discounts, and I would love to surprise Shauna with this news. What do you think? Okay, that's it. Now, who do I ask? So I used to ask every single person in the group. Like if there were 50 people in the group, I sent out 50 messages. I ran into big problems doing that because Facebook only lets you send 25 like new messages. Like if, to your friends, they don't care, but if it's to someone you're not friends with, they kind of watch that, which is good. So I started sending this to everyone who comments in the party, whether it's with a game, like if they're posting a number in the game, if they're posting a lot, if they posted once, if they posted in my pre-party post, but never again, it doesn't matter. They all get a message. And this is why I talked to you about engagement in the beginning, okay? Because the more people who are engaging in your party, the more people you get to ask. And the more people who are invited to the party, the more people will engage. So like I said, all of these things funnel in together to give you better results, okay? So that's really basically it. Okay, so here, no, that's not it. I lied. So the other thing that I do is you need to circle back and you need to write down who you ask. So on a piece of notebook paper, or I use my iPad for this, I'll put like Susie's party. And then I write down all the people who got a message from me and I keep track of what her results were, right? Because I do 8 to 12 parties a week. And so 2 hours from now, when so-and-so says, hey, yeah, I'd love to do a party. And I'm like, okay, whose party was that? How many parties was that for this party? All this stuff. And it helps me organize it so I can see, okay, yeah, she got her 3. She's only got 2. I got to reach out to that host and to let her know, hey, who do you know that wants to do a party? You just need one more. So you need to keep track. And the second reason you need to keep track is because you're going to do a circle back message to everyone who did not respond. Okay. Let me ask you a question. How many of you have gotten a message and you were like at a red light or you were, picking up your kid from soccer or doing something and you looked at the message and you said, oh, I need to respond to that. And then 3 hours, 4 hours goes by and you've gotten 25 new messages since then. Has that happened to you guys? Okay. If someone does not respond to you, I want you to assume that is what happened. I don't want you to assume that they're ignoring you. I don't want you to assume any of those things because quite frankly, you're missing out if you assume that. Because I would say about 30% of my bookings come from these circle back messages. Okay. So all you have to say is something like, hey, Susie, I wanted to make sure my last message made it to you okay. I know my messages sometimes get buried, smiley emoji, or like laughing emoji face. I'm excited to see if this is something you're interested in. Okay, that's it. And I get a lot of bookings this way, especially because it makes you look super professional. They're like, oh my gosh, this girl, like, she's following up. She's going to give me a great party because she's not your average consultant, right? She like followed through and reached back out to me. That's how important this was to her. So that's really big. Okay. Okay. I'm going to leave you with this. Your business depends on this skill, period. So if you're feeling like I'm not really good at this, get good at it. Don't wait till September. Don't wait till October. You start this today. This is your new passion, getting bookings from bookings. Okay. All this work that you're going to do with these 3 tips, these are just the bookings that you're going to get for right now. And then your other bookings are going to come from those parties. Okay. If you wait for people to come to you, if you wait for perfect hosts, if you only ask the people you think will say yes, you are leaving the responsibility of getting parties to other people. You will run out of parties and you will run out of people to ask. Okay. It is your job to get bookings, not your hosts and not your guests. Okay. If you are intentional about this and you are intentional about your business, if you can push past your comfort zone and do what the successful people in this business are doing, your business will grow. This is not if you're good enough, if you have the right personality. This is not about you looking the right way or posting the perfect pictures. This is about doing the work. Okay. There is no middle. There is only management, and you can decide how much and when you want to work, but coasting and hoping for the best will only leave you feeling frustrated and stuck, and it will actually cost you more time in the long run, and it will also cost you mental peace about your business. Okay, it's okay to only want to do a couple parties a month. You are in the driver's seat. But what I'm saying to you is it's not okay to just wish for things that you're not willing to work for. Okay. So I hope this was helpful, and I want you to feel empowered, because the only thing stopping you from being great in your business is you. And sometimes that feels like a splash of cold water to the face. But what it should really feel like is power, right? Because you have everything that you need right now to make it happen. Okay. And there's nothing that can stop in your way. There might be things that feel really hard, and there might be people who are so ridiculous that you talk to, and you can send it to your director and we can laugh with you and be like, okay, that is just so not your person. Let's move on. Right. So yeah. But I'm okay with leaving it up to questions, Mary Beth, if you want to leave it up for that. And a call to action. I did want to leave you with that. You need to apply these tips to your very next party. Okay. As many as you can. And I want you to send your level of commitment to doing this between 1 and 10 to your director. And if you would like accountability, I need you to send that to your director as well. And we'll check in with you and we'll say, who are your parties? How many bookings did you get from them? And we'll yell at you in a fun, loving way.
Yeah. we'll challenge you with lots of love.
Yeah.
Linda, oh my goodness. I don't know about you guys, but I have a page full of notes, and I can't wait to watch the replay, and I can't wait for you to post your wording, because I loved the way on your circle back message, you said something about, I'm so excited about something.
To see if this is something you're interested in.
See if this is something you're interested in. That was such a beautiful circle back phrase, because it's so just like all about them, and it's not about, can you help out Susie host, or can you, it's all about them. I'm excited to see if this is something that you'd be interested in. Is like, that is such a great way. I love it. All right.
So, tip too about this. Sorry, I wanted to add this, but I forgot. No matter what they say to you. Okay, first of all, no and no thank you is no. Okay. No with an objection is if they say no, I'm just so busy. That is an opportunity for you to say, if you weren't busy, is this something you would want to do? If you didn't have this, is this something you would want to be? That's a hard conversation to navigate. We can help you with that. If you want to screenshot your conversation, send it to your director, we will help you. But no matter what, send them the link to your VIP group, have them join in. I'll just say, I hope you'll join my VIP group. I do a lot of really fun cooking inspiration in there. Okay. And then here's the second part of that, guys. You got to post content in there like all the time. So
I think we're going to actually do a VIP group training at the end of the month on our fourth. So 2 weeks from tonight. Awesome. I got to think about that, because we're all going to be in the Bahamas, but we'll figure that out. Yeah. So yeah, if you're like, oh, VIP, that's so overwhelming. It's not. And stay tuned for more on that. We have gone over by 8 minutes, but I do want to open it up to Q&A, because I'm sure there are some questions. If you can stay on for a few more minutes, great. If you need to hop off, we understand. And I will post the recording of this to the org page later this evening. But go ahead and unmute if you have questions for Linda. Don't be shy. They're all shy, but Paula says that she's missing the Bahamas, but she'll be with her amazing new group of second graders. Aw, yeah.
Mhm.
Back to
Next year,
school.
Paula.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico next year.
Yeah, absolutely. You come in at the perfect time.
So when like
No
no one has
questions?
questions- when everyone no one has questions, I either think, okay, I've totally freaked them out, or we were just so
It was
thorough.
spot on.
It was so good. It was so good. Well, I'm not gonna, make the awkward silence continue. So if this is your last chance.
I'm gonna ask. Oh, go ahead, Paula.
I was just gonna say, thank you. I'm just learning all this and trying to figure everything out, but both Mary Beth and Linda and everybody else with their comments, like I'm like polluted with notes. So thank you very much. It was very informative. I definitely feel the last 40 minutes have been beneficial. So thank you.
I wanted to ask too, if you don't have a question, that's okay. I want to ask if anyone has a fear that's like robbing their mental space right now with this concept. If you could just speak it out loud.
No, I don't think I have a fear.
Good.
I think right now I'm just trying to process everything and figure out how to put it all in order.
Here's the thing. If you will spend all this time processing, I'm just going to encourage you to just do and trust yourself.
Right. That's the hard part. It's having my own self-confidence that I can do this.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
anymore you can say no, because if they say no, I'm really not gonna die. Like, I'm not going to die. I'm not going to be hurt.
You're going to be a little
Say
hurt.
No, it's okay.
It could be a little ouch.
It's not gonna be the worst thing that ever happened to me in the world. You know, I just have to get over that and be more self-confident and okay, I can do this.
There are 300 million people in the United States, guys. And there are 40,000 consultants, I think.
Yeah, there's still about one consultant for about every 5 million people in this country. Yeah, about.
I don't like love getting a no, but that's a response. That is like, kudos to you for responding. Thank you.
And even a no is an opportunity to build a relationship. And that, I think, is something to remember, is that, how you handle that no. I love what Linda's idea, invite them to your VIP group. And that's more, we'll talk about that more, because you got to make sure your VIP group is something worth joining. But it's building that, continuing that relationship and saying thank you for responding. And I will be checking back with you in 2 weeks to make sure you're absolutely loving the products you ordered. So, whatever, but it's even the no lets you build a relationship. And I think that's a really great way to look at it, Deanna. So
I have one more thing.
yes.
Sometimes you will do all the things and you will not get any bookings from a party. This happens. And as long as you know you did everything that works, it's not in your power. Like, it just wasn't meant to happen. So you can sleep that night knowing you did everything you knew how to do that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes it is just a matter of sending a message to your director saying, I did not get bookings from this party. Can you smell my armpits and tell me if I'm stinky? Can you let me know let's brainstorm. Let's make sure, you know what I'm saying? And we'll go through with you. Did you do this? Did you do that? Did you do this? Did you do that? And sometimes it's just a matter of, hey, that lady hosted 3 other parties this week. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's really good to know. And like I said, there's no perfect consultant, there's no perfect host, there's no perfect guest. But that should be like rare, right? It should be like, maybe
it's going to happen. Some shows you're going to get 0 bookings, and some shows you're going to get 6 bookings. And that's why we always talk about averages, because it just is the way it is. And yes, Laura gets excited because she's a math teacher. So, all right, ladies, well, listen, and gentlemen, Tim, so good to see his face, even if he isn't on actually live. Tim, we won't harass you too much, but it's just so good to see you smiling at us, even if it's a still. thank you guys for being on live. Kudos to you for carving out what's now been 44 minutes of your evening. We cannot wait to see how you take action and the results you're going to get. I want to hear what you're going to do with the commission you're going to earn from the shows that you are going to book because of what you learned tonight. So let's share that on our tribe page. And again, I'll get this recording posted. So if you want to go back, and Linda, if you can share your verbiage, I know I could not write fast enough. So I'd love to hear it again. Okay.
Me too.
Knows that.
All
for
right.
sure.
Thank
Yeah.
you guys. Have a great night, and we'll see you next Tuesday for something. I can't remember what. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.